Steve and the Mystery of the Talking Creeper. In the pixelated world of Minecraft, Steve was known for his adventures, but today he planned to take it easy. After the great diamond heist involving Alex and her cookies, Steve decided to spend the day fishing by his blocky lake. As he sat on a wooden dock, munching on baked potatoes, Steve heard a strange sound behind him. PSSSST. Steve, a voice whispered. Steve froze. What was that? He spun around but saw nothing except his house and a few grazing sheep. Shrugging, he cast his fishing line back into the water. A moment later, the voice came again, louder this time. Steve! Over here! Steve jumped up, nearly falling into the lake. He grabbed his wooden sword and cautiously approached the bushes behind him. Don't be scared, the voice said. Steve pushed the bushes aside, and his jaw dropped. Standing there, grinning mischievously, was a talking creeper. Hiya, Steve, the creeper said. Name's Carl. Nice to finally meet you. Aya! Steve screamed and ran in circles. Don't explode! Don't explode! Don't explode! Relax! Carl interrupted. I'm not your ordinary creeper. I'm, defective. I don't explode. I talk instead. Steve stopped running and eyed Carl suspiciously. You talk? That's not a thing. Tell that to the guy who programmed me. Carl joked. But seriously, I need your help. My friends are in trouble. Wait, you have friends? And they're creepers? Steve was now very suspicious. Not all creepers are bad, you know, Carl said, folding his tiny blocky arms. We're just misunderstood. Anyway, there's a rumor going around that someone's stealing gunpowder from creepers in the caves. If we don't figure it out, my buddies are going to be stuck as harmless duds forever. Steve scratched his head. Gunpowder thieves? Sounds weird, but okay. Let's solve this mystery. Into the creeper caves. Carl led Steve to the creeper caves, a place Steve would normally avoid like, well, a creeper. But this time, Carl reassured him, don't worry, they all know you're with me. Just maybe don't make any sudden moves. The cave was surprisingly cozy, glowing with lava pools and lit by an army of torches. A group of creepers sat around a campfire. They were singing a song, We're not so bad, we just want hugs, but humans think we're exploding thugs. Steve blinked. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. Focus, Carl said, dragging Steve toward the campfire. Guys, this is Steve. He's here to help. The other creepers gasped. The Steve? The guy who built a dirt house for the first month? Hey! Steve snapped. It was a starter home. The investigation. Steve and Carl got straight to work. First, they questioned witnesses. One creeper claimed to have seen a shadowy figure carrying a giant sack of gunpowder. Another said the thief smelled like cookies. Cookies? Steve muttered. I know someone who loves cookies. Alex, Carl said, clapping his tiny creeper hands. She's a suspect. Not so fast, Steve said. Alex loves shiny things, not gunpowder. Let's check her house. At Alex's place, Steve and Carl peeked through the windows. Alex was inside, surrounded by piles of gold, emeralds, and, Of course, cookies. But no gunpowder. False alarm, Steve said. She's innocent. Let's keep looking. They visited other places, Villager Joe's trading post, the chicken coop, and even the nether portal. Still, no luck. A shocking discovery as they trudged back to the cave, Carl stopped suddenly. Wait! What's that? Steve followed Carl's gaze and saw a redstone contraption hidden behind a hill. It was a massive machine with tubes and funnels, one of which was sucking gunpowder out of the ground. What is that? Steve shouted. Suddenly, a familiar voice laughed behind them. Well, look who found my secret factory. Steve spun around. It was Villager Joe? Joe! Steve exclaimed. You were behind this? Joe smirked. Yes. You see, Steve, I got tired of trading for emeralds the hard way. So I built this machine to steal gunpowder and create the ultimate fireworks show. I'll charge everyone emeralds to watch. Carl was horrified. You're stealing from creepers to make fireworks? That's cruel. Joe shrugged. Business is business. Steve sighed. Joe, I can't let you do this. Joe chuckled. Oh yeah? Try and stop me. The final showdown. Suddenly, Joe pressed a button, and his machine roared to life. Fireworks shot into the sky, painting it with brilliant colors. But Carl wasn't impressed. Steve, I've got an idea. Follow my lead. Carl charged at the machine and climbed onto it, using his creeper strength to pull wires and tear gears. Steve joined in, smashing redstone components with his pickaxe. The machine started to spark and sputter. No! Joe shouted. My masterpiece! With one final blow, the machine exploded in a shower of sparks. Joe ran off, muttering, I'll be back. The creepers cheered. Yay, Carl! Yay, Steve! Carl beamed. Thanks, buddy. You're not so bad, for a human. And you're not so bad, for a creeper, Steve said with a grin. A new friendship. Back at the cave, the creepers threw a big party in Steve's honor. They even let him join their sing-along. Carl promised to visit Steve's house anytime he needed a laugh or a mystery solved. From that day on, Steve and Carl became the unlikeliest of friends. And while Steve still kept a safe distance from random creepers, he knew that at least one of them had his back. We're not so bad, we just want hugs. And Steve didn't even mind singing along.